When a neighborhood has many children in its public spaces, it's a major indicator that it is well designed as a people-oriented neighborhood. When designing a city for the most vulnerable group, the other users also thrive. This is why in 3 years, 3 universities, 3 commercial parties and 7 cities work together towards a common goal: to develop and implement bottom-up measures with children to achieve lasting behavioral change, to make neighborhoods more inclusive, active and child-friendlier. This is Metamorphosis.
Children are an indicator on whether a neighborhood functions. If there are no children on the street, it doesn't really work, and if there are a lot of children, then it's really a good thing.
And that's why children should be involved with city planning.
Well, I think children can bring a whole set of different outlooks to transport planning. And that works in 2 ways. One, traditional transport planners have to think of themselves as children, and they were all children once. And also their children have different views about the urban environment that aren't currently reflected in our planning processes.
In German we have a term that's betriebsblind, which is if you are into one issue and you're so focused that you don't see the surrounding anymore, and you're not open anymore, you're not able to think outside the box, let's say. And children are definitely able to think outside the box because they don't have that many predefined definitions to everything. Like a street is defined to be for cars, and the parking lot is defined to be for a parking car. For a child, a parking lot could well be a playground. And to have this different perspective included in the project, you need those children that are able to think outside the box.
Looking at the urban environment through children's eyes is really helpful in designing a more people-oriented spaces rather than car-dominated places.
There are different ways for a city to involve children with city planning.
One thing is to go to schools, because around schools everybody thinks it's important that there is safety, and it's often a good idea to talk with the children because they tell their own stories. They say what they like.
So if it is a topic in the school to have a change in public space, for instance in the street in front of the school, then immediately the children get involved because they feel how the public space looks like in the normal case and in the case when it is opened for children and freed from car traffic. So this is the first experience, and the next step can be to have it in the lessons, this type of content, and then it travels home from the car-free street in front of the school to the discussion about car-free streets around residential areas.
It's also a possibility to work with parent associations because they're worried about the safety for school. You can send out children sort of as ambassadors to their parents about active mobility, or you can even ask them, involve them that they evaluate things.
For older children, things like youth forums are very helpful, and they're then starting to get more involved as active citizens in public debates.
Children can definitely help to change a city.
Children find a very direct way to the hearts of their parents, grandparents and friends, so they can make a big change in the opinion of the adults. And that's the way how to trigger change.
If you put more importance on children, you will discover that for them it's important to have space to play, space to walk, space to cycle, and then you have to find room. So you have to reconquer the public spaces. You have to see, is it more important that children are safe and that they have fun in the street, that they can live there, Or is it more important that you can park your SUV in front of your house?
What we do in Metamorphosis, or what we try to do, is really actively involve children from the first stage on. So not just come with a plan and ask them whether they like it or not, and how they want to realize it, but even before that, ask the children what kind of plan they actually want to realize, and so not just the shape of the plan, but actually the content and the form, so that they can introduce their problems, let's say, and then also introduce their solutions.
Hopefully, if you get children engaged early in more sustainable travel behaviour, that's something that they're going to maintain throughout their life course, and maybe not make the mistakes of previous generations.
Working in this field, so with children, with public space, is fun. I really enjoyed the project.